You've got them, I've got them, we've all got them on our phones. Apps for social media, for games, for news, and so many are completely free. But have you ever just stopped and asked yourself, how on earth is that possible? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the massive, hidden economy that powers so much of the internet.
And really, this is the big question, right? It seems so simple on the surface, but the answer reveals this incredible hidden system. By the time we're done here, you're going to understand exactly what's being sold and who's really paying for it.
Okay, so first things first. We have got to talk about the biggest misconception of all, and it's all wrapped up in that one little word, free. It's maybe the most powerful word in marketing, but when it comes to the digital world, it's pretty much an illusion.
I mean, think about it. You download an app and $0 leave your bank account. So it feels like there's no cost, like there's no transaction happening at all. But that's just not the case. See, free apps don't actually get rid of the cost. They just move it somewhere else.
Just think for a second about what it takes to run one of these platforms. It's not magic, right? They have huge real-world expenses. We're talking about paying thousands of brilliant engineers, keeping these gigantic server farms running 24/7, and spending, a fortune on marketing. All that money, it has to come from somewhere.
And that right there, that brings us to the absolute heart of this whole business model. It's a simple rule of thumb. If you're not paying with your wallet, then you're not the customer. It means you're actually part of a completely different deal.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If the company that made the app is the seller and you're just the user, who's the real buyer here? Who's footing the bill for all of this?
It's one simple word: advertisers. They are the real customers, and what they want is to get in front of you. And this completely flips the script on your relationship with that app on your phone.
And this leads to probably the most famous, or maybe infamous, saying of the internet age: if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Now, let's be clear. It's not usually about them selling your name and address directly. It's a bit more subtle. It's about selling access to your attention. Every click, every scroll, every second you spend looking at the screen, that becomes the inventory. And it's being sold off to the highest bidder.
Okay, but how does that even work? How does a company take something so abstract, like your attention, and turn it into actual money? Well, it all comes down to one thing: data.
Literally everything you do on an app sends a signal. The algorithm, which is really just a complex set of rules, is watching. It's watching how fast you scroll, what makes you pause, even what you almost click on. And these aren't just random little bits of information. No, they're clues. They're breadcrumbs that lead right to your psychology.
And here's the part that's so crucial to understand. The platform's goal, it's not to make you happy. It's not to make you smarter or more informed. It's basically a machine, and it's been fine-tuned for one purpose: to get you to spend as much time as possible on the app, to make sure you keep coming back, and to get an emotional reaction out of you. Why? Simple. An emotional user is an engaged user.
And that's the secret sauce, really. Think about it. Content that makes you feel something strong, whether it's anger or validation or even a little bit of fear, that stuff holds our attention way better than just neutral, balanced information. And the algorithm, it knows this, and it will feed you whatever it takes to keep you scrolling.
So once you really get that the entire game is about capturing and holding your attention, well, you start to see these apps in a whole new light. You realize that nothing is there by accident. Every single feature is a carefully calculated choice.
Take a look at these so-called features. They're not just there for convenience. They're actually tools designed to shape your behavior. That infinite scroll, it's built to exploit a loophole in our brains that makes it hard to stop when there's no end in sight. Those notifications that pop up at random times, that's a classic trick from psychology to pull you back in. And things like likes and streaks, come on, those are engineered from the ground up to create these powerful dopamine-fueled habits.
And all of this, it just feeds into this massive, incredibly powerful feedback loop. It's a genius business model, really. Step 1, make the app free, so there's zero reason not to try it. Step 2, that brings in a flood of users. Step 3, more users means way more data, and more data means smarter ad targeting. Step 4, advertisers will pay top dollar for that, which means huge profits. And then, what do they do with that money? Step 5, they pour it right back into expanding the app to get even more users, and the loop just keeps on spinning. So yeah, the app never sends you a bill in the mail. But make no mistake, there is a real cost. It's a cost that we pay slowly, bit by bit over time. our attention spans get chopped up, we're constantly being nudged or manipulated emotionally, and of course we give up a ton of privacy. These costs are almost invisible day to day, but trust me, they are very, very real.
Which brings up a really fascinating question, right? If this whole system is designed this way, why do we all go along with it? Why does this deal feel okay to us?
Well, it's pretty simple when you break it down. The good stuff we get from an app, the benefits, they're right now. They're immediate. It's instant entertainment, it's convenience, it's connection. You can feel it. But the costs, well, those are way off in the future. They're abstract, they're hard to see. And our brains are just not built to trade a real, concrete reward right now for some vague, invisible cost down the road.
At the end of the day, here's the real takeaway. The currency that makes this whole free app world go round, it's not dollars and cents. The currency is your attention, your data, and ultimately your influence.
And look, that's really the whole point of this. The goal isn't to convince you to delete every app off your phone. It's just about awareness. It's about knowing the deal you're making. Because once you understand the real transaction that's happening, you can start to make a much more conscious choice about where you spend your single most valuable and totally limited resource.